Okay, let's be honest. Coming up with an original fantasy character can be tough. You sit down, full of creative energy, and then absolutely nothing happens. It's like your brain just clocked out early. But sometimes the best ideas come from the weirdest places. Today, I want to walk you through how I created one of my characters, Tarkov, a mage who controls the clouds. He's moody, mysterious, and constantly soaking wet. And he started with a snack. So, I'm sitting at my desk, right? Empty page, blank screen. I know I want to create someone magical, but not just another fireball throwing wizard or a sword guy with a tragic backstory. I wanted something different, something softer but still powerful, and more than anything, I wanted magic that felt unique, unpredictable, atmospheric, kind of beautiful, but also kind of dangerous. I looked out the window. It was one of those gloomy days, clouds rolling past slowly like they had nowhere to be, and I started thinking, what if someone could control these? Not in an apocalyptic, summon a hurricane kind of way, but more low-key, less powerful, summoning a cloud to float on, creating a mist to hide in, creating a single lightning bolt, not a storm. And that was the moment it clicked. Cloud magic. I haven't seen it done in a way that I was imagining. It's usually thunder, wind, or sky themed things, but I like the idea of clouds specifically. They're soft, floaty, light, but they can also carry rain, lightning, and fog. There's a whole range of moods in a single puff of vapor, and that's when Tarkov was born inside my head. I started writing down possible uses for the magic, not just combat, but everyday stuff. He could use a small storm cloud to water crops, or sneak away by surrounding himself in a thick fog. Maybe he tricks his enemies by mimicking voices in the mist. Oh, and one of my favourite ones, he could create a cloud dense enough to sit on. Basically, he floats around like a chill wizard genie. But here's the catch. He always comes out soaking wet. Yes, I am aware it's not exactly glamorous. Every time he uses his magic, he's dripping. I think it adds a bit of awkwardness to the character, and I love that. It's a small price to pay for someone who can literally walk on clouds. Now, the name. My naming process, I believe, is maybe slightly unconventional. I find it difficult to just sit and think of names, and instead resort to looking around wherever I am to try and find something I can twist the name of into a humanish sounding name. For example, I looked in my drawer and found a box of jam tarts. Sounds a bit strange to have in a drawer, but I had it in a drawer. Once I had seen that, I started twisting the name around, Jam Tart, until I came to Tarkov. I know it sounds completely different, but I mainly just took the tart part of that name and then changed it over into Tarkov, adding the Kov at the end. Eventually, after twisting the name around enough times in my own head, the name stuck, and I was happy with it. I don't think you need to go googling any Slavic folklore or Viking names to find something interesting. It can literally just be around you in the room you're sitting in. Now, when I design characters, I always try to make their outfits match their abilities to some extent. So for Tarkov, I wanted something that looked like it belonged in the sky. His whole outfit is built around subtlety, whites and grey colours, the kind of colours that feel soft and weightless. No flashy armour, no spikes and shoulder pads, just clean lines and flowy fabric that look like it might vanish in the fog. For his personality, I imagined him as the kind of guy who doesn't talk very much. He shows up, mist follows him in. You get this weird feeling that he's half there, half somewhere else. That's the vibe that I wanted. Mystical, distant, and a little damp. And now, going on to one of my favourite parts when designing any character, limitations. I think, personally, the best characters have limits, and Tarkov's limits is honestly kind of funny. Every time he uses his magic, especially anything involving physical contact with the cloud, he ends up absolutely soaked. It's like crawling out of a swimming pool with no towel in sight. Tarkov as a character is powerful, but not exactly heroic in the epic save the princess kind of way hero. He's more like soggy wizard sneaking through a town, trying not to trip everywhere, leaving a trail of where he's been. And I love that about this character. It gives him personality, it makes him a bit more memorable when thinking back to him. I also love when a magic system isn't just for fighting. Tarkov's magic is practical, weird, emotional even. It's tied to nature and to his own mood. Maybe the fog thickens when he's scared. Maybe the lightning only comes when he's angry. There's room for lots of storytelling within this character specifically. And that's how Tarkov came to life. From a rainy sky, a drawer full of jam tarts, and a weird idea that wouldn't go away. He's probably one of the most unique characters I've made recently, not because he's the most powerful, but because he feels real. He has flaws, he gets soggy, and he still saves the day. And that puts an end to my character creation and my weird and strange method as to how I made this particular character. I do really hope everyone who watched this video enjoyed and watched it all the way through. If you did enjoy this, I really appreciate any kind of interaction with the video, such as a like, subscribe, bell notification, or leaving a comment. If you do have any weird or unique magic system ideas or magic power ideas for characters, maybe leave them down in the description and I could use them to make a new character for the next video. Thank you again, take care.